Alright, hello and welcome back everybody, this is Ace. We didn't have anything needing fixing for this episode, so we're just gonna jump right into it and do Scarlet Monastery. I was thinking maybe we should use a warrior tank, we haven't used one in a while, just to see how he holds up. I think last time we used one was... whoa. Okay. We already got him into trouble. We just started and he's already in trouble. Let's get him out of there. Cool. Let's use a warrior tank. Haven't used one in a while. See how he's upgraded and improved and scaled and all of that. Let's use some more funky stuff. How about a shaman melee DPS? And how about a druid melee DPS? We haven't used this combination before, have we? So let's try that out and see how it works. Let's mark them as per usual. Let's start by looking at the warrior's rotation. Let's reset the money. Pull up the damage meter and let's go. We're gonna do all the branches of Monastery. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We're gonna do them 4 levels below the max level of the boss. So if the boss is 28, we're gonna do it at 24. But in this case, I think the max level of the boss may be 32. I need to look a little bit more into this. I just looked at it briefly, but I think I may be right. The guy is 32. And I hope I'm going in the right place. I kind of get these confused sometimes. Blood Mage Thalnos, he's probably 32. I mean, these guys are already 31, so I'm probably correct about it. At least they're not taking as long to kill as the guys in Nomorgan. So that's good. This one can be reapy. I think we've had some close pulls last time we did this. So let's maybe do some pullbacks. Oh, I body pulled. That works too. Yeah. Let's pull around the corner. Oh, silenced. Good one. Yeah, that takes care of it. Let's kill this guy first. What is the warrior doing? Shield bash, look at that. Nice. The cat still is doing very good damage. It's been a while since we used the druid cat, but he's still doing excellent damage, which is very surprising because that's not how I remember it from vanilla. I mean, in vanilla he was doing fine as well. It's just I wonder why is he doing so much better now. Okay, so this is a boss. He sundered it, correct? Yeah. Not much to say about the warrior, I think. He's doing pretty well. Let's do some more corner pulling. Gonna test if he's using the bow correctly. Be don't have any sort of CCs, so that's kind of a problem. And I'm keeping them on stay, which is why they're not attacking the guy with the skull, which is correct. If they cannot reach the guy with the skull with melee, there's no point in even trying. Is that not correct? Because they should attack, or as a consequence, they should attack whatever is closest. Whatever they can, meaning. And when they can go, they should go and attack the skull guy. Okay, so the warrior is cleaving, I see. How much rage does he have when he's cleaving? Demoralizing shout. Revenge, fine. Sunder armor. About 30, I would say, from what I've seen. His damage is still as usual. I think actually he may be doing a little bit more than usual. At what level do cats get their leader of the pack? I think it's around 40 something. So he doesn't even have that one. We should check to see if he's doing Fairy Fire. I haven't looked at that.
Assault my attacker!
The priest is wanding, and his wanding is worth 4%, so less than what the other guys were doing with the melee. The paladin was around 8 or 9%. Even the druid was around 7 or 8% with just straight up melee with the staff. I don't remember the shaman, but I think the shaman is also around 7% as well. So I think wanding is maybe just not as strong. Or maybe he's not wanding as much. That's also possible. Well, it's not like that's a priority or anything. I'm just pointing it out. I see nothing wrong with the warrior. He seems to be doing his job. I'm not sure as to why the cat is not Fairy Fire. I think I may have told him to only use it against bosses, which is rather arguable because unlike the other guys, if you are thinking about the rogue or the warrior melee DPS, I mean, there's a ramp up there. It's rather arguable, perhaps, but this, I don't know. He still has a cooldown. Well, I don't know. I suppose maybe he should be using it all the time. But they're doing fine, right? And we are fighting this dungeon under level slightly, so. I think it's fine. I mean, his damage is fine. And things get killed. And all is good. The fact that the mobs get stunned whenever he's revenging, I find that to be very useful as well. Like, we keep adding feathers to the warrior's cap. Yes, his damage... Actually, his damage seems to have improved. He was, until now, at about maybe 40%, and now he's maybe 45, almost 50% of the DPS is, relatively speaking, to the DPS. So, I would say that's pretty good. And he's doing all the things too. Yeah, he couldn't charge, so he switched to defensive, Talent Revenge, AoE, probably Thunderclap soon. He doesn't have points into Thunderclap yet, does he? No. The graveyard is not particularly a difficult dungeon, but they don't seem to have any kind of issue. They're handling this quite well. We're not gonna make a lot of money out of this dungeon, are we? It doesn't seem like that. I suppose you could kill some more if you really wanted to, but these guys don't drop a lot of stuff, so... maybe it is what it is. I mean, don't come here expecting to make bank or something. These are relatively short dungeons compared to all the other ones we've run so far. This one is not gonna take a long time. So, as a consequence, you're gonna make less... well, I suppose you can just kill more stuff, but... and I didn't even do this on purpose. They aggro because we're low level. This would have been such a great opportunity to throw a bomb. Like, amazing opportunity for a bomb. Yeah, everybody's going low on mana. That's not a good thing. See if we focus them down, maybe that helps. Wow, they pull through, everybody. Look at that. Amazing. Yeah, I made sure to get that final 80 copper. That's what matters. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. At least these ghosts don't run away when they're low HP. That helps a bit. I like the fact the priest is helping with Holy Nova. That's nice. Because you see, he's also healing at the same time, so very useful. Like, I asked people in the past, like, when should priests use Holy Nova? And guess what the response was? Never make them use Holy Nova. Well, you're wrong. They should be using Holy Nova. It's very useful. I mean, there you have, like, what I try to do with all these classes is to think at least for a reason to use these spells. I mean, not all of them, because some of them are funky and utilitarian in purpose. So not all of them can have a place to be used. But if you try a little bit, right, and I'm talking about, like, I don't know, I have Kilrog for Warlocks type of deal. Like, you, yeah. And for what purpose would they be using that one? That's just funny. Or Farsight or whatever. But for the most of them, at least the damaging one, there has to be some reason to use it. You have to be able to think of at least one circumstance where, yeah, that's a good idea to be used. And the way I did it, at least with Holy Nova, I just look at how much damage it deals and how much healing, and I compared it with the other healing spells and the other damaging spells, and I said, hey, you need, I don't know how many, I think about 8. Well, I kind of calculate how many party members are injured and how many enemies are in the radius, and I said you need at least 8 of them combined. So if you have a combination of 8, you know, enemies or, like, you know, damaged party members plus enemies around, if it equals to 8 or more, I think was the number. I can look into it, but there's no point. It's not a big deal. Then if it's around 8, then use Holy Nova. And 8 is a great number. I mean, we could have said 9, but at around 8, you get a lot of value. So if you have 5 injured members and 3 enemies, you should absolutely use Holy Nova. And of course, there's a priority list, so it's not like they'll use that willy-nilly. If someone's really injured, then they'll use single target heals, a prayer of healing, and all of that other jazz. So it's not like they'll drop everything to Holy Nova. It's rather low on the priority list. So when he uses Holy Nova, you can be sure that nobody needs some too crazy heal. So it's kind of a light healing situation. If they needed more heal, then other things on top of their priority list or kick in, and they would be using that one. So it makes Holy Nova just a great tool to use. It helps with the clear speed and also looks badass. Let's sell this stuff so I can note down how much money we made from it. Which is, spoiler alert, not too much, but we're gonna note it down anyway. So we did SM graveyard, and that's 1 gold and 16. And the total when you sell the poopsins, well, it's actually not terrible. For how fast this was, it's not terrible.
See you later.
The damage was good. I have nothing to say about that. The healing worked. I mean, nobody died. We even did larger pulls. Yeah, good things. You see, that was a nice Holy Nova. Just light healing. Damage these guys a little bit. Now would be like 6 in total if... well, max would be like 7. Well, I don't know, because I take damage too. That's why I don't stay in GM mode just for situations like this. Because it makes it easier for them to proc their poopy things and heals and whatnots. Even though it puts a burden on the healer and everything. Yeah, I have to assume that you're gonna be part of the group too and you're gonna take damage. So it's good for him to have more to do. I find the priest healer to be very good. But like relatively speaking, the priest healer compared to everybody else, he has a lot of healing spells. Oh, hold on, no. Abort. No, it's not gonna work. Let's kick everybody out. What level to do this at? I think we need at least 31 to do it. We're gonna hire the same party, but it's gonna be 31. So, priest. Shaman melee, druid melee. Yeah, we'll have to reset like this every time. Cool, let's look at the priest, since we're talking about the priest. Alright, that's more appropriate. I get the feeling this guy will come and pull a lot. Let's be safe and not do that. Dispel magic? What is this guy dispelling even? Let's check it out. Crusader Strike and Hammer of Justice. Well, the Crusader Strike is not too important, but the Hammer of Justice definitely is, so that's pretty cool. And there's a priority list for these spells too, so stuns and crowd controls, they get the priority in the dispel. And things like, I don't know, Crusader Strike, whatever, that one is kind of at the bottom. But if you had nothing to do, nothing else to heal and whatever, then you might as well just do something, right? Renew the tank, dispel the poops. Yeah, it takes increased holy damage. Not exactly a big deal. You could argue that maybe he shouldn't do it, but there aren't many situations where this happens, right? This only happens against the Scarlet Crusader types. And it's honestly just not... Man, I love that Earthshock. You saw that, right? So he's fighting this other guy, and this new guy shows up, starts casting whatever, and Shaman be like, nope. Yeah, that's awesome. Could you have done that if you were in his shoes? Oh, nice shield bash. Well, you could have done it, but it's very difficult. You know, you're fighting this guy and new guy shows up. Most people, like 99%, would have just kept pummeling this guy until he dies, ignoring the new guy who showed up. So I like the fact that they pay attention to stuff like this. It's very awesome. Let's pull back a little bit. Well, actually, let's not pull back, because I know they can handle 3 guys at a time. What happens if they need to handle 5 guys at a time, eh? Let's find out, shall we? Push them a little bit. push them a little bit more. Yeah, healer is working full time. Oh, he's working full time on dispelling. Oh, I don't know about that one. Oh, their mana potions have upgraded. Look at that, everybody. They got better mana potions. This magma totem is doing some amazing damage. Yeah, look at this magma totem, dude. 20% of his damage, just the magma totem. That's an awesome totem. Well, they handled the giant ass pack of mobs and they did it so very well. I always feel safe when I bring the priest around. Like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know, but he's doing very well. He's always doing very well. Which is kind of a change from vanilla, because it didn't used to be this good. I don't remember it being this good. What weapon is the shaman using? Oh, you see him proccing Wind Fury. 26? Oh, it's a decent weapon. He could have had... If you do the Whirlwind quest for the warrior weapon, maybe bring a shaman with you. So when you pick your quest reward, he's gonna get the axe as well. You could actually do that, right? You can go do the quest and then come to Scarlet Monastery to run this dungeon. Yeah, and make sure you have a shaman, a warrior with you, a paladin, whatever. So they get the weapon. I would just insert it now just to see what the difference is, but it's a very strong weapon and it will just mess up this test. Or will it? And maybe let's just do it for giggles. Yeah, just to see what it looks like. Yeah, let's have a little bit of fun. But for some reason, it's restricted to warrior. Why? Well, that's disappointing. But why is this restricted to warrior? Because the quest is already a warrior quest, so it's not like... Meh. Well, that's sad. I mean, I can fix that, to be honest. I don't see why it should be restricted. Well, you could argue, man. I don't know. It's rather disappointing. Well, you could argue that it's maybe not too lore friendly in the sense that when they get weapon upgrades, you can say that, yeah, maybe they too have found one of those or whatever. I don't really know how the logistics of that would work. But well, at least you can give it to warrior. So if you have a warrior, just bring warriors with you, yeah, when you're doing the quest. And I'm sure there are plenty of great two-handed weapons. Let's kill these guys in sort of a order here. Let me assign some more crossy poops. We're gonna pull the other guy too, aren't we? I'm surprised that this mob is kiting. Well, he wasn't kiting. Maybe he was, yeah, trying to get out of the dead zone, which is surprising. Look at that. Like, that's very awesome. How is this guy doing it? You know what? Let me note down. How is Scarlet Beastmaster handling going at range for dead zone? I'm just curious. How is he doing that? Maybe he's handling it in a better way than I'm doing it with the hunter, right? Maybe there's something to learn from that one. It's worth looking into. What about overhealing? Wow. Some Holy Nova overhealing, some Renew overhealing, but nothing else. And those are acceptable, right? Because Holy Nova is gonna hit what's... I mean, he can use Holy Nova even if the group members are healthy. If there are 8 enemies, it's still eligible for using Holy Nova, even if nobody else needs healing. And again, it's a low priority in the chain food, let's say, in the healing list. So don't think that if he's using Holy Nova it's because, or he could have be doing some greater healing or something. There's nothing much to heal. So, but mainly I care about the single target spells overhealing, and he hasn't overhealed at all. At all. That's amazing. So what else is he doing? What else is he doing? Well, Shadow Protection is 10 minutes? That's strange. I didn't set that to 30 minutes? Interesting. Did I overlook that? I increased the buff duration of a lot of these buffs to 30 minutes. 30 and 60 minutes, depending. Just because it's more quality of life for you. No, he did the slight overheal here, but again, I don't know out of combat. Out of combat, at least they are supposed to be overhealing a little bit. In favor of time. I'm not sure what's around the corner. Let's just do a pull right here to be safe. There could be a whole bunch of them on the right side and the left side. Yeah, the priest is doing okay. Nothing to complain about him. He's doing the job. If you don't like him dispelling all of this stuff, I suppose you can just deny it. I personally wouldn't, because who cares? I mean, if this low priority dispel that he's doing here to dispel the whatever, the debuffs, like this comes like right before wanding, so if he wasn't doing this, he'd be wanding, and you could say that, well, he should be wanding, it's better. And that's fine, you can deny it if you believe that. And you're right, of course, kind of a waste of mana, but I don't care. Like, it's difficult to fix this, yeah, because how do I fix this? How would you fix that? Like, their logic right now just says dispel both things and prioritize things based on if they're hard CC and whatnot. That's easy. How would you say don't dispel this stuff? Well, I guess it's not difficult. I have to create a blacklist of IDs and things like that, which is, I suppose, is possible to do. You can probably do it now while we're killing these guys. Shouldn't take too long. Where is that though? Okay, what is the idea of this thingy poop that they're doing? What's the thingy called again? Let me check. It's called Crusader Strike. If I say list auras, the problem with that is that there are many IDs. Let's just kill more stuff while I'm working on this. I have to look Crusader Strike up though. The issue is there are many Crusader Strikes and I don't know which one. That's the problem. Let's I don't know which one of these guys do it. That's the problem. Because I would at least look at the NPC. Okay, Okay, let me write the code while... Uh, Okay, so the code is written. All I need is the spell ID. What's the spell ID of the poopy thingy? And apparently these guys are not doing it anymore. Go figure. Just when I want to deny it, now they don't do it anymore. Maybe it's this one. 14518. Okay, let's kill more stuff in the meantime. Alright, so let's deny this one and we'll see if it works or not. Okay, so we cleared the priest blacklist, and now if they're using it again, we're gonna see if he ignores it. I suppose that what I could do is, instead of searching by ID, I could just search for... I could search by the name, and then I don't need the ID if for some reason. Yeah, let's... Yeah, that's probably better, maybe. Well, it's maybe less efficient, so... But none of these guys do it. Prism Elite, Prism Gallant, Scarlet Judge, Paladin, Warder. None of these guys, eh? Maybe in the next dungeon. See, this is what I mean. If only a couple of or a handful of NPCs use it, it's basically not even worth the trouble. Because now they have to check for this every single time. Every time they have to look in the blacklist to see if, yeah, whatever they're doing is, yeah, not cool, bro. But it's fine, maybe we can find some more effects to blacklist in the future. Maybe there are more situations like this. I don't know yet. There may be. I mean, I'm sure there are. But I think ultimately the best thing is probably to just deny the thing altogether. If it doesn't work the way you expect it to work. They're gonna pull a lot of guys here, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Oh, they're okay. Cool. Let's get everybody together, eh? It's getting a little bit dicey because they're just much higher level. You see that he's only very rarely using power shield. And I think target needs to be below 50% or something like that to use it. I don't remember all the specifics. But he's gonna use it on targets who are below 50% and or if the target is a squishy and he's casting, or maybe if even a tank who's casting, I'm not sure. But if you're trying to cast something and you're being attacked, oh, I think, yeah, you need to be below 50%, you need to be attacked, or if you're casting something, you have attackers, because Power Wall Shield prevents, pushback on the casting. So you see he's not using it very frequently. It's not an efficient spell, but it's great for damage mitigation, like emergency. It gives you a good amount of health padding, let's say. So you really need to be attacked and you need to be in danger. And if that's true, then yeah, you should use it. And you'll see probably, well, we don't really play with a lot of casters, but if maybe we'll do some mage and whatnot, warlock, and you'll see he's going to cast shield on them very frequently because they do a lot of AoE and they take a lot of damage. Which makes me think, did I also check for channeling? Hold on. Let me check this real quick while we're doing this. Power shield. I don't remember if I check not just casting. Yes, there you go. I know what I'm doing. I check for channeling as well. Believe it or not, they're different in the code, in the way they are detected and stuff. What is he doing with that lesser heal? I mean, the lesser heal is just mana efficient, I suppose. It doesn't heal for a lot, but if you don't need big heals, then it is what it is. Shouldn't be too frequent that he needs to use that. So mostly he'll be using heals, right? And he's been doing well with the mana so far. We can't really complain. But overhealing. Yeah, he's overhealing with Holy Nova. What is this heal overheal? Yeah, from crit again. If he's critting, it doesn't matter. If he's overhealing by 25 or so, this is overhealing from the renew tick. So if they don't account for, maybe they no, they shouldn't. They really shouldn't, because the point of the HOTS is to give you like some safety in a sense. So even if you overheal by 25, that's really not a big deal. Or whatever it takes for. And we've seen that with Renew as well. I consider that to be acceptable. I'm surprised how close they are to each other in DPS. Like, that's incredible. Clearly someone did the math there. I mean Blizzard in the spell damage and everything, right? If you think about it, with some exceptions, namely the warrior in some situations, most of the classes are within 5% DPS of each other. All throughout our tests, that's what we've observed. They're very close to each other. 5%, and I consider 5% to be absolutely okay, because some classes get spell upgrades, and you get some great rank of a spell, and you're temporarily stronger than whatever. So I think that's super okay. Instantly dispel the silence. You see that? That's awesome. Yeah, he wasn't in the room, so maybe let's get him in the room. I think this guy explodes at some point, so let's watch out. Yeah, come. Oof, still hit us, dude. This guy is nasty. Yeah, instantly dispelled me, even though he's dead. Still got hit by the thingy poop. Last time we did it, we got hit by it as well, but the difference was that they were higher level. But again, I'll say this as many times as I get the chance. If you're wiping at 15%, that is super okay with me. Like 10% wipe, absolutely okay. 100%. Because I'm not participating in this fight, and you should. You should. Nice shield bash. I could revive and do it again. I don't care. I just consider you necessary for this fight. Yeah, so you should have participated here and done your job here. So that is cool. Let's go to Stormwind and sell stuff. And then we'll come back and do the other branches. Okay, wow, we made more gold this run. So SM Cathedral, 325. That's the highest amount of flat gold that we got from any dungeon. Lots of humanoids, yes? Cool. Wow. Yeah, that is the highest gold amount that we got so far. And it was a short dungeon. It truly was. It was not a big deal. Let's go back and do it again. No. I just want to see if the thingy poop worked, if the blacklist worked for the poopy sense. I don't know if these guys do the debuff thing. Alright, these guys don't do it. We gotta go back inside. He's dispelling the Hammer of Justice, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. He's still dispelling this other thing too. God damn it. Maybe it's the wrong ID. It can't be me having made a mistake in the code. It's gotta be the wrong ID. What can we do? Let's deny. Oof, it's gonna be hard. Oh, I got the wrong ID. Yeah, that's why. Well, I hope that's the only one. Yeah, I got the wrong ID, but the one that I did get, which is 18, right? So this one is 14517, and the one that I typed in was 18. So it could be they have multiple variations, which makes me think that filtering by ID may not be the correct thing to do. And to filter by name, it's rather annoying performance-wise, but at least if I do it like this, I know now I have to get the spell name. Spell name. Okay. Let me push this, and now let's remove the thingy majingly. Okay. So let's see. Now they're not searching by ID, they're searching by spell name. This guy should be able to do it as well. There you go, everybody. Now he's not dispelling that anymore. Or is he? If he's dispelling Hammer of Justice, I'm okay with that. When he's dispelling, I don't know what... I mean, yeah, okay, it works. It works. He's not doing it anymore. He should be dispelling Hammer of Justice. That's a stun, so... And the dispel picks one at random, so that's why... If he has a bunch of this and a bunch of that, what can you do? It takes one at random. But yeah, it works correctly. I approve. It's honestly, yeah, it's not like it deals that much damage. This Crusader Strike, it's kind of fluffy. So there you go. We solved that problem. Let's go out and do the next one. What do we need for armory? Well, these guys are fighting. Let me find out. We need level 33. I guess what I could do is I could make everybody 33. And then we'd have to go to Stormwind. And then we'd have to talk to any trainer. It doesn't even matter which class trainer. I made it very easy and convenient for you. Any trainer. This guy is a rogue. We don't have rogues, but he's a trainer. So yeah, they learn their spells and they learn their talents. That's what I wanted. So let's go in. But they didn't upgrade their gear. But that's fine. It's not, yeah, 2 levels, well, yeah, it's fine. More challenge for them. But so far so good, yes? No issues. Oh, wait. Yeah, I forgot to reset the money. So let's reset the money. Cool. Yeah, Scarlet Monastery is surprisingly profitable. Oh, okay. Let's be a little bit careful because they might be pulling more stuff than we want to. As long as they don't pull the whole entire instance, it's okay. I mean, they can clearly handle a little bit more. I just don't like the way they're fighting there. It sucks for the cat whenever he has to change targets like this, but... by the way, the Shaman melee DPS, he is doing, what's it called? Totem twisting, but he doesn't have Grace of Air at the moment, so he's not twisting. I think he gets it a little bit later. But yeah, he drops the Wind Fury totem, and when he gets Grace of Air, he'll be twisting that one. He doesn't even need the Wind Fury totem, he just drops it for all the other guys. And we should probably test to confirm that. Methinks. If we look at the warrior, yes, the warrior is benefiting. The cat should not be. Oh, I guess it's going to the cat as well. Is that like forced? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I didn't give them any. Yeah, I didn't sharpen my weapons, so obviously their weapons are not going to be sharpened. Wind Fury doesn't work on the cat, so. But were you to sharpen your weapon, then it should not remove. You know what? Let's just give me like a. Sure. I don't have a weapon. Ugh. You'll just have to take my word for it. We tested for this in one of the previous videos. Okay then. I think we've seen enough of the priest. He's doing a good job. I don't know what else to say about him. So for now, we're gonna leave the priest alone. Let's look at the shaman. What's the shaman doing? I mean, the shaman is doing a good job. So he's spreading dots with flame shock just because it over time he's gonna calculate the time to kill and everything. If the flame shock runs its course, which in this case it definitely will, then it deals more damage. You see, he keeps reapplying the flame shock, and the flame shock, like most other dots, if they get to run their course, their damage is pretty good. And you know, every single little bit of this of things like this adds up. He's also using earth shock not just to silence, as we have seen quite a few times already, but he's also using it to kill, to execute. But because he's using flame shock quite a lot and they share a cooldown, it may not go through. It's well, it is what it is, but he's supposed to do it, so it exists in the realm of possibilities that it can happen, and if he can do it. Apart from that, what else is he doing? He's putting totems down, starting with stone skin, and I made all the shamans start with stone skin, even all of them, even the DPS ones, because again, it's my philosophy that they should do everything in their power to ensure the success of his group. And you could argue, right? You could say, well, I don't want stone skin. Fine. Set totem, strength of earth totem of the earth. Strength of the earth. I'm mistyping this, am I not? Yes. Okay, fine, whatever. What's it called, bro? Strength of Earth. What? What do you mean you don't know it? Okay. So now he has assigned Strength of Earth, and instead of dropping Stone Skin, he's gonna drop the Strength of Earth one. So you can manually assign it. I know a lot of people will not know about this. I don't care. Figure it out. Someone's gonna tell you about it or try to experiment with the companions. I don't know if it's on the wiki or not. In the future, I do intend to... Yeah, when we create the new website, I intend to have like a full comprehensive guide to all the things companion related. We'll have like our own wiki, and yeah, I'll explain all of this then. If it's not already on the wiki, maybe later on we can make a video showcasing what you can do with every class, like make a video for each separate class and talk about what is the class doing and the role. So maybe we can do that at some point, and maybe we can make more guides about how to control the companions and all of that. But that's going to be later, after we go through all of this logic and we ensure it's good and working all the things. We can make a series of guides. How about that? But otherwise, yeah, you're gonna learn it from word of mouth. You're gonna learn it from experimenting yourself. You only need to learn it once, and once you learn it, you just know it. It's not that big of a deal, and it's cool. I don't like, you know, rather I like that you have things to learn and that are not maybe necessarily obvious. I mean, you know, they're doing the dungeon just fine with stone skin totem. Yeah, it's not like, oh my god, if only you had set them to strength of earth. It doesn't matter, they're doing it just fine. So this is kind of an optimization for you personally if you prefer it that way. But the proof is on the pudding. I don't care about you know, preference. The totems that I assign to them, or the logic that I gave to them, is what they actually need to, well, need maybe is the wrong word, but what would generally help them succeed in winning the encounters. And you've seen we've done some really large pulls, like some significantly large pulls. And if you look at the talents, you see he has talents in Guardian Totems. This Stone Skin Totem is one of the best defensive tools in this game, bar very few. And the talented one is just absolutely insane. It's just so good. Like, defensively speaking, it's absolutely incredible. That's why the tank, like, if you go back a little bit, when we pulled, what, 9 of them or something? I'm telling you, because I've done this dungeon many times. This was not normal. The fact that they could handle that so easily, even though, you know, they kind of ran out of mana and everything, but they handled it. That is not normal. That is a big deal. Yeah. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah, the results speak for themselves. So you could argue and say, oh, I want strength of skin because I'm doing this. Okay, then you can do that. You can change that, right? I made it possible because I know people want to customize these things, so that's why. And you're gonna learn. Maybe you're gonna ask somebody. You're gonna be like, hey, why is the shaman not using strength of earth? And someone's gonna say, you know, not that a lot of people know this, but someone is gonna know and say, hey, you can set it yourself if you would like to. And I think that's perfectly fine. That's okay. And then you're gonna realize, oh, really? What else can I do? What else can I set? And you're gonna find you can set a whole bunch of stuff. I don't understand how. If I guess they should respond to high, but if you try to set something, if you just type set, like just straight up set, each class will tell you what they can set. So a warlock will say, if you look at the chat, will say set what's it called, soulstone. Somebody else will say set fear ward, whatever. So they tell you set totem. Yeah, and it says there set totem cancel, and he says I have unassigned all the totems. You can set totem by link. How do you do that? List spells, set totem, and you go to where is it? Now I don't see it anymore. I'm blind with 2 eyes. Strength of word. So you shift click the thing, it gives you the link in the chat, and you see you can assign it by this. If you know the spell ID, you can do it by spell ID. They need to know the spell because they check when you do this assignment. They check to see if they know the spell or not. So it's not like you can make them set something that they don't know. So that's how they do it. And you see they drop it first thing because in the order of totem drop, the earth one is numero uno. You can argue about that too. You cannot change that. I don't think it's really that important. It's number 1 because I set the earth skin, the stone skin totem. I want that to be dropped first. That's why I prioritize the earth totems. If you had multiple shamans, they would coordinate which totems they drop. So the first one would drop stone skin, the second one would drop strength of earth, if he knows. And the third one would drop, I don't know, earthbind or whatever they know. So that's how that works. And you see, like in terms of DPS, it's not like anything has changed. It's just marginally better. They're gonna pull big here. Yeah, let's kill this invoker guy because he's doing some bad stuff. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, that gave the priest a hard time. But somehow the priest has handled it just fine. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I like it. Boom, he's gonna do a Polynova. Is he gonna do a Polynova? Nah, I told you, he's only doing it in light situations, so it's not very often. Like, if he needs to heal, he's not gonna do it. I was kinda surprised that he doesn't do it now. Like, this seems like a good place to do it. It's pretty restrictive, so don't expect it to see too often. What else is there? He's doing some chain lightning. He's doing that out of combat, right? Like, first thing he does out of combat is casting this. You could argue if it's a good idea or not. It's okay. I guess it adds to the flavor. You can't deny it if you don't like it. I don't think it's either good nor bad. It's kind of just flavorful, I would call that. It's thematic, yeah, it just makes them a little bit more versatile. Like, overall the damage from it, it's not amazing or anything. I'm surprised he flamed shock. Well, I mean, that's kind of the problem because they calculate the time to kill, but you see, as the mob reaches lower HP, then all the other classes begin to execute and all that jazz. So, of course, it's hard to account for that one. This is where you need kind of human expertise and you need to understand the situation. But again, you can't. Well, you can try to make it perfect, but it's very unlikely you will succeed. As good as it is. Okay, so far it's going good, but these guys are very tanky. We're having the same problem like we did in Nomergan. They're getting very tanky towards the end of the dungeon, and because we only updated their spells but not their gear, it does start to make a difference. And you can see the druid kind of picked up some steam there, because the druid is not so dependent on gear, but these other guys are. So they're struggling a little bit. But we are almost at the end, and I hope they can handle it. Well, I mean, I don't even care as long as it's within 10-15% of the boss like it was last time. If we wipe at that stage, super okay with that one. I don't care. That's where you come in. Wow, this Magma Totem is doing some excellent job. I mean, every time we're in a AoE situation like this, you can see his damage going up. Just because of the Magma Totem. It's pretty cool. Also, that Mana Spring Totem is very useful. It, yeah, think about it. Extra little bit of poopy, 6 mana per 2 seconds. That is pretty good. Yeah, maybe that overall, like during a fight like this in 30 seconds or something like this, because these fights take, I don't know, 30 seconds or more. So that may generate just enough mana to give the priest another heal. And if push comes to shove, it may come down to another heal. Because a lot of the times when we struggle or when we wipe, it's like very close. Right, so something else could have just pushed it over the edge and won you the fight. So things like this, they add up. How much damage is the warrior getting out of Wind Fury? Is that going to... 10% everybody, look at that. 10%, it's pretty nice. That's more than I expected even. And if, yeah, he doesn't have talents into... Oh, he does, never mind, wow. Yeah, he does have it, cool. Yeah, 10% is a good amount to improve. The actual 10%. If you had maybe not the cat, if you had the warrior or something like this, then he would be even happier about it. So you plan your group accordingly. And if instead of this priest you would have, say, any of the other guys, yeah, any of the other guys, because they're attacking with their melee weapons, they would have benefited as well. Every time they're doing an auto attack, they could have procced it. So you could have built around the shaman entirely. And maybe we'll do that for the last dungeon, why not? Just to see what it looks like. Okay, so we know what the shaman is doing. Let's look at the cat. The cat, I believe, he's not power shifting yet. Yeah, because I didn't give him the power shifting talents yet. He's gonna pick those up later. You might be wondering why not. Because overall, I think gaining this extra damage from leader of the pack is more important for the group as a whole, as opposed to the cat individually doing more damage, which he's already doing very good damage, so who cares? So clearly whatever he's doing works, but yeah, at the higher levels, maybe around 50, 60, we're gonna see him starting to power shift, and we're gonna pay more attention to that. He is switching between Rake and Claw and Shreds depending on where he is facing. So if the mob is, you know, he needs to be behind the target to shred. So if he's not behind the target, then he's going to Rake and Claw. And he's going to first check for Rake and if to apply the bleed. And if he has applied the bleed, then he'll Claw. And if the target is immune to bleeds or something like this, he'll take that into account, of course. But you can see the proof is in the pudding. Again, the damage is real, so it's not like I'm imagining it. We can see very clearly Shred is number one. When he gets a chance to shred, he's gonna shred. Sometimes he doesn't get a chance to shred. Like, right, you see he's going behind the target as much as he can, but if he stayed and the target is in front of him, something like that, or if he can't go through the wall or whatever. So there are, it depends. He's also using Ravage. Yeah, I mean, he's stealthing sometimes and he's doing some poopy stuff. He's also ripping. He's calculating the damage for the rip. He's calculating the time to kill. So if he gets a chance, he's gonna rip. If not, he's gonna ferocious bite. And you see, he's ferocious biting more than his ripping, for the very simple reason that these guys die too quickly. If we're gonna look at when he's fighting a boss, you're probably gonna see him rip. There you go, he ripped. Wait. Why did he rip now? Now it's not correct. Now I have a problem. Like, he failed exactly at the end. I'm not okay with that. He let me down right at the end, dude. Imagine. I don't know why no, there's a 12 seconds time to kill check in there, so he shouldn't have ripped. He shouldn't have done that. I don't get it. That is strange. We're gonna pay attention to see if he does it again. Maybe it was just some odd situation. He should have 100% not ripped here. He should have used Ferocious Bite, for sure. Okay, let's pay attention to it. Maybe we found another bug. I don't know. But his damage is good, so even if he's messing up somehow. Yeah, let's get everybody down here. We need to run away from this guy because he's whirlwinding or whatever. Yeah, you see now he's using Fairy Fire. Like I said, when he's fighting bosses, he's going to Fairy Fire. Shred, rip. Correct. I have nothing against that now, because obviously this guy is not gonna die in 12 seconds. But the next time, I expect him to Ferocious Bite. And not rip. So rip has expired. Okay. Arguable. Here was arguable. He missed the first time, right? It didn't apply. It's kind of hard to... Oh, I guess 12 seconds is not that long, so... We could have put some kind of debug there just to see what's going on. Yeah, this is where you should bring a bomb. This is gonna suck. These guys are just normal and they're pretty squishy. So they're not particularly strong. But there's quite a lot of them. Yeah, there you go. Told you, everybody. Holy Nova. Look at that. Is it good or is it bad? I think it's pretty good. How much money are we gonna get out of looting these guys? Wow. I mean, they're pretty poor. You know what I love about this game? That it has copper. I don't like hyperinflation in games. I like copper. Like, copper makes me think of the good old days. I don't know. Like, in 2004, even like world currency, even my country's currency, it was like copper. It was based on copper, silver, like you know, it wasn't hyperinflated. And now everything costs $25 trillion. I don't know. I just like that. It makes you feel like it matters in some sense. So I have to ask more. The hiring cost needs to be high. It's all I'm saying. Like, you need to cherish this copper. I think the copper is important. I like the copper. What happened? It's not... Oh, we got a crash. Okay. Yeah. I got a crash. It's an old crash. Gonna make a note for it. But we finished, so we good. Let's see, it's probably back by now. Cool. Let's go to Stormwind. Sell all the things. Mark down how much money we made. Okay, so what we ran was the armory, I think. So let's set here SM armory. And we made 338. That's the highest we've made so far. We're breaking records with every new dungeon.
I supply only the
And from selling the poopies, 6.8. Not as much as... actually, it's 6.08. Not as much as we did in the cathedral, but it's still good. What else are we gonna do now? Let's go 3 levels higher. Should we test the cat again? Maybe we'll test it again in the future. Maybe we'll keep that rip in mind. Obviously the damage was not bad, so it's not the worst thing. I say we were gonna build around the shaman, right? So let's get the warrior tank. Let's get the paladin healer. Let's get a shaman melee. And what else should we get on a shaman? Should we get the warrior? I guess we can use a warrior. I don't like to use 2 warriors or 2 of the same class. We could use a paladin healer. Yeah, paladins and shamans are kind of rivals. So let's see with the paladin. Double paladin is not a problem because they just have different buffs. My problem is when you use the same class who provides the same buffs, you're kind of missing out there a little bit. So I don't particularly like that. Let's reset the money. And let's set up with the things. You're gonna have some off healing probably going on here too. But we're not testing the healing at the moment, so that's okay. And let's look at the paladin, because we haven't looked so much at the paladin melee. Monastery. Seal of Command. Yes, so he's doing the Seal of Command rotation, that's cool. Which, whenever you proc a Seal of Command, you can proc effects such as Wind Fury, so it's pretty good that we brought him. I shouldn't be looting those guys because we should not be accounting for that. Alright, let's reset the money again. Let's reset the items. And here we go. The final boss here should be level 40. Alright, so what's the situation like? Let's see, is the healer attacking? Yes, the healer is attacking. You can see he's dropping consecrations, which is cool. Yeah, like I promised you, he's just doing more damage than the other guys because of this consecration, which is a big deal. So you saw the priest was doing, I don't know, 5% or so, and this guy is 12%. That's a big deal. That is not insignificant. And if we look at his melee enchant, we can see that he is benefiting from Wind Fury. And if we look at the damage dealt, we can see, look at that everybody, 7% damage just from Wind Fury procs on the healer, right? So you can absolutely do some crazy combinations here where everybody's juicing up with this shaman business. Yeah, we can pull a bunch of guys just to push them a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, Hammer Justice to Peel. Judging Seal of Command, that's okay. Consecration. Nothing you would not expect him to do. And the damage is substantial. What I'm surprised about is that the Shaman is keeping up. That is very surprising. Maybe did they buff Shamans or something? Because he's doing way better than I know in vanilla. So maybe they got some buffs, I don't know. I'm not gonna build him into dual wield. He'll stay as two-handed throughout the leveling process. I think at when they start getting licenses, then I build him into dual wield, because you need some hit, and dual wield is more difficult than two-handed. You just need less hit. It's less gear dependent, which is already gear dependent, so it works out better this way. You can see him doing off heals, yes? Holy Light, there you go. So he's off healing. When someone goes below 50%, he's off healing, which is good. Yeah, these are all things you should consider when you put together your group. You have a whole bunch of... Yeah, the Shaman, he's gonna off-heal as well. If we look at healing done, we can see lesser healing wave. This other guy is doing flash of light, holy light. So they're all contributing. They're all chipping in. It's awesome. I really enjoy this. I feel like they're, I don't know, they're fully using their class and their kit. It's cool to see. I enjoy it. Not having a rogue or a cat in your group is also a little bit more comfortable to switch targets. Gotta love those Wind Fury procs. They look so cool. Yeah, you see them, they're all proccing it, it's very cool. Oh, he's dropping stone skin. Okay, let's set totem. Strength of Earth totem. Boom. And you see he changed it right away. So he didn't wait for the other one to expire or anything, he just changed it. Yeah, everybody in this group benefits from strength, so we're gonna try to make the most of it. Yeah, it's not that useful for the paladin because most of the damage with him, well, it's not even most actually. Kind of surprised. I was expecting consecration to do a little bit more. Maybe we're not pulling hard enough. I think that's what's happening. Oh well, I called it, everybody. This is gonna be a wipe. Yeah, that's a wipey right there. Yeah, I don't think they're... Wow. Look at this. He revived, but it's way too many. They cannot handle that. That was a bad pull. Alright, let's abort. Because they're not gonna do that. But, yeah, nice try. Okay, let's be a bit careful here. I should probably have done a pullback, actually. Nope. Come here. Don't be too crazy, please. Isn't it cool to see the healer? I know some people don't like that their healer is attacking, whatever, man. The healer is doing fine. He's doing a fine job. But he's also attacking with everybody. He's contributing 9% of the damage. That's very cool. 10% of his own damage is Wind Fury. Look at that. How awesome is that? We have to try now with the druid healer as well. Alright, here comes the fun part. The wipe fest. How many times did we wipe last time? We tried to do this at what, 34? These guys are all red. Okay, let's see if it works this time. Yeah, gotta kill them all. Like, don't forget to kill them all. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck are you doing? Jesus Christ. Lots of AoEs. Even the shaman is doing fine with his magma totem. I can't see the magma totem, can I? It's not obvious. Wait, I hope the totems are being flame shock? No. I hope the totems are being accounted for. The problem with the totems is that they're their own separate entities, so it's kind of strange. Yeah, we gotta pull carefully here, even though it's a little bit boring because we pulled quite poorly the last time, so yeah. Maybe we should give up on the stone skill, on the strength word. So set totem, cancel. Yeah, just do stone skin because I think we're gonna need the damage reduction in this case. I mean, the extra strength is neat, but damage reduction, it's gonna be hairy. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Reduce melee damage taken by 16. Yeah, and you add that up, you multiply that by 3, got 48. 48 damage. Yeah, think about it. These guys attack maybe once a second or once every 2 seconds. Yeah, that's 48 damage. 96 if they attack twice, and 96 is already like almost 100. Yeah, so if you think about healing potions and stuff like that, some of the earlier poopier ones, what's like I don't know what's a level appropriate healing potion. So it just gave me all the healing potions. That's not helping me. What's a greater healing potion like? 400. It's a lot. I guess they can use that one. They can probably use this one. This one is like 800. Yeah. But that one has a 2-minute cooldown, so you really have to divide 800 by 120. I said 2 minutes? 2 minutes, yeah. That's like 6 health per second. right, per second. So let's multiply that by 4. That's 26. So if we are to look at the healing potion, that would be like a 26 health gained, whereas this stone skin is reducing by 100 in the same amount of time. That's crazy, dude. That is so good. Relatively speaking, you're gaining more by a factor of 4 than a healing potion. That is badass. Absolutely giant. And think about it, because it works on all your group members, and it matters quite a lot, especially for the squishy types. It's excellent. It's one of the strongest defensive buffs in the game. And we didn't even cheap out on the potion, we took the strongest one. So think about that one. Man, these wizards are very strong. We had the same problem with them last time. Yeah. But we were under-leveled heavily here. These guys are red. So yeah, I should probably at least not take damage if they're not gonna contribute. Jesus, they don't even have the damage to kill him, dude. That's how bad it is. Yeah, yeah, we pulled more now. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a wipe. Yeah, we wiped at the wizards last time. It kind of pisses me off that we wiped again. They probably could have handled it had we not pulled more. I should have done a greater pullback. It's actually more like I should have... You know, this is why it's good to... Wait. This is why it's good to bring someone with crowd control, because we don't have any hard crowd controls. Yeah, so you should consider that if you're fighting... If you're going into a dungeon that has a lot of humanoids, it's maybe a good idea to bring some mage or a warlock. Or just bring a warlock. Warlock can fear a lot of things. I don't think fear is... I mean, some creature may be fear immune. Wait, can we pull that guy? Perfect. Actually, let's finish this guy off. So, yeah. Wow, look at the warrior's damage. Holy smokes. Wow. How much of that is Wind Fury? 8%, not a lot. Did this guy get the good weapon? He's got a good weapon, doesn't he? Oh yeah. It's not terrible. Could have been better though. Yeah, we got... This guy was patrolling here last time and he caught us with our pants down. Not cool, bro. Let's pull over on this side. I don't want to mess with that patrolling guy again.
Help me.
Yeah, not much else to say. It's kind of okay. As far as I can see, they're doing a good job. Whom else to look at? Let's see, what is the paladin doing? Yeah, we gotta pull carefully because of what happened last time. Yeah, he's peeling with the hammer of justice. That's cool. No, 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 no. No, no, just wait for him. Oh, seriously? You guys are savage. Jesus, dude, they just kept this guy CC'd forever. Everybody was just hammering him. This poor wizard. All right. Yeah, let's kill this wizard over here. You can see the shaman, he's also contributing with the heals. That's very cool. Oh man, we're making a lot of money out of these guys. I'm curious if we're gonna beat the almost 9 gold record from Cathedral. We might though. I think... actually we didn't pick up that many items. And there aren't that many bosses to give blue items either, so it's kinda sketchy. Are we killing the hidden boss here or not? I'm not sure. I guess let's do it just to break the money record. We need more money. Oh, this guy is sleeping, bro. Fairbanks, what the heck? Sleeping on the job. Hiding in the closet. Cool, he judged light. Wait. I expected 2 judgments here. I have 2 paladins. What the fuck? Oh, it is 2 judgments. Correct. Never mind. That's correct. I like that the paladin broke out of it with the bubble. Very cool. I like stuff like this. Just gave me more green items. Come on, man. Why are you such a cheapskate?
Infidels. They must be purified.
You shall pay for this treachery.
Ooh.
Help me with this clip.
Okay, Judge Crusader. Cool. He judged. Oh, I think he's trying to judge it, but he's missing. That's what's happening. That's why it took so long.
At your side, milady.
Yeah, let's kill the chick first, because she's doing some heals or whatever. And she's already judged. Yeah, we're very judgmental. Ah, finally he managed. Yeah. Well, what can you do? He is 4 levels higher, so the chance to miss is quite high. Probably above 10%. Ah, mind control. And you see, they immediately stun me, the guys, right? Except that there's also this weird bug that happens sometimes. I don't know how to fix yet. Yeah, they're waiting for the bubble to expire there. They know not to attack invincible targets. 2 judgments. It's good, guys. I don't know what to tell you. They're doing the things. I like what I'm seeing. Damage is very consistent. Like between the shaman and the cat last time, very consistent damage. I'm surprised by how much damage the warrior did. Yeah, I guess that what happens with the Wind Fury is that you proc an additional attack, which also generates rage. So the more rage he has, the better things. Also, wow, look at the Retribution aura. I think that's what made it so good. Look at that Retribution aura, guys. Literally, like together with the Wind Fury, just 30% more damage from like the group, right? What auras do we have? I guess we have concentration, which would be nice if you had some casters in the group. You can change this if you'd like. It's good for the paladin though, because the paladin, he's going into a spiritual focus, Pupisen. So he's getting this, and with the 35% from the other thingy, he's immune to pushback when thingy poops. But if you'd really like to, you can just whisper him, set aura, devotion aura. And yeah, now you have more armor. Cool. How much armor does this guy have? I need to implement the stats command. I don't know. You get about, let's say, 2 pieces of equipment worth of armor. Or 2 or 3 pieces of equipment of armor. That's quite significant. Yeah. Overall, I'm surprised by how well the shaman is doing. Most of all. Like the shamans on vanilla, I don't think they're kicking as much ass. Especially in as many AoE situations as we've had. But he's done very well. We looked at whatever he's casting, and it's not complicated at all what he's casting. So we don't have to think too hard about it. It was correct. It was just correct. We looked at the paladin. He's doing the things. We saw the judgments going out, which is great. You see that the healer paladin is contributing. He's doing damage. He's doing consecrations, melee attacks. He's judging bosses. That is not a little thing. Yeah, those you saw that the damage paladin, he judged crusader, and the healer paladin, he judged light. And if we are to look at how much healing he did with the light, and I promise he did quite a little bit. I mean, we didn't fight that many bosses. Well, I guess he didn't do that much. Wait, hold on, I'm confused. This is... No, I don't believe this. How can it be only 14? This is not a thing. It has to be more. I guess this guy judged a little bit, but I'm surprised. Maybe we didn't fight that many bosses, I don't know. But normally, just judging light is very strong. For like background healing. I think defensively speaking, between Stone Shield and Judging Light, which one would be stronger? I would say they're both just as good. I don't know, but they're both extremely strong. I have seen raids be fully healed by just Judging Light. Like literally, the priest was bored the whole entire time, just wanding. So Judging Light is extremely powerful. Yeah, we didn't fight that many bosses. And it's... You could argue that you can maybe even use it against these tougher enemies. But I don't know. This is more something you can do when yourself are playing the paladin and you are experienced with... Well, you're experienced and you have situational awareness, which the bots do not have. And it's difficult for me to say, sitting here on my computer, what's going to happen for you in like 100 different situations. So I think it's good like this. I have nothing to complain. Let's go. Wow, we made quite bank. We definitely made bank. We made more gold this run than in, well, at least for flat money, right? So let's go to Stormwind. But overall, I have nothing to complain about. The off heal, you saw the off heals going out, which helped.
Good day to you.
Yeah.
Have a
7, yeah, it's not as much as we made from Cathedral, but it's still good. Cool. Oh wait, they're not splitting the gold yet. You should keep that in mind, because I think I'm getting the full amount of gold. When you'll be playing, they'll be splitting the gold. So that 4 gold we made, you split that by 5. You only get 1/5 of that. So mostly what I'm looking for is going to be, well, I'm going to split the gold. When I figure out how much money to ask, is probably going to ask the money you get from the items plus 1/5 of the gold that drops, sort of thing. And basically, if you play with other people, so right now I'm kind of seeing how much gold you'd get when you play with people, right? Because when you play with people, you get the full amount of gold that drops. Of course, you split the item, so that's part whatever. But I'm gonna look at all these situations, and yeah, I'm going to take that into account, that you're not gonna get 4 gold from money. It's gonna be, I don't know, 80 silver or 90 silver, whatever, something like that. So I'm definitely yeah, taking that into account. Cool. I've nothing to say. We added the blacklist for the poopy live, so there's no homework for me. See you in the next video.